Okay, module one, lesson one. So, stoked that you're here. I'm going to go through this as quick as possible. I'm going to reference the docs underneath, and you're also going to get the templates and any references that are from this, and you can use this straight away in your business. Okay, at the end, I'm always going to show you an upgraded version of this community where you get a system that's fully done with you, which is only $150 a week. Okay, so it's essentially automating everything that I'm speaking about. Okay, so let's get into it. So, we call this the 47K quote follow-up problem. All right. So before I start anything, I want you to do this now. Okay. So open up your CRM, whether it's ServiceMate, Tradify, Fergus, GHL, even spreadsheets. Okay. I want you to filter your quotes by 90 days, the last 90 days as in date range, and the status is quotes sent but not accepted or pending, or however your system works. Okay. How many quotes do you see? And write this number down. All right. The reality is, okay, the average Australian trade business has 23 quotes sitting in this status at any given time. Okay. The average quote is around 2,850. And again, yours might be way more or way less. All right. So if you do the math, that's 23 quotes at 2,850 is 65 grand just sitting in the quotes waiting. Okay. As an average amount for a trade business that we're speaking to. $65,000. Okay. Stop getting more leads. Convert the quotes now, and I'm going to show you exactly how we do this. Okay, so that is 65 grand again in potential revenue just sitting there. All right, I'll show you a screenshot. I've got it down below, but I'm supposed to insert it here. Okay, but it's hard with showing the clients' names. Right, so section 2 is what's happening right now. Okay, so does this sound familiar? All right, Tuesday, a customer calls, hot water system stopped working, or whatever. Just again references for your company. You're on the job, you missed the call, you call back 2.5 hours later, you book an assessment or a quote for tomorrow. So Wednesday morning, you drive 45 minutes round trip, you spend 30 minutes assessing, you send the quote for 3,200, and the customer says, "Thank you very much, I'll think about it." Okay. Thursday, silence, you think about following up, but you're slammed. Okay, you're Friday, you're still busy. You'll call them Monday. Okay, Monday, 3 emergencies come in. You completely forget about that quote from last week. 2 weeks later, the customer books with someone else. You just lost 3,200, 90 minutes of your time, fuel and travel costs. Okay, so now multiply that by 23 quotes. Do you see the problem? Okay, so the data. This is why this happens. So our analysis over 50 different Australian trade businesses, 847 quotes sent. Okay, the follow-up prices, 38% of quotes receive zero follow-up, which is just insane. Not even a call or a text. So people just send a quote and they never speak again. Okay, 52% get follow-up one follow-up attempt, usually 2 to 3 days later when a customer's already gone cold or gone with somebody else. Only 10% have systematic follow-up. These businesses convert at 47%. Okay, so now just imagine what's going to do to your business. Industry average conversion, right, is 23%. Top performer conversion is 47%. That is a big difference. Okay, that is life-changing money in terms of converting these quotes. All right, so the cost to your business, if we quickly do the maths, right, I'm using conservative numbers, obviously, so this is likely underestimating your actual leakage. Your current reality quotes sent this month is 15. Okay, annual quotes 180, average quotes 2,800, 23% current conversion rates. You're winning 41 jobs per year. Current annual revenue is 116,000. With systematic follow-up, 180 gets sent out. New conversion rate is 47% with obviously AI follow-up and new systematic follow-up. You're winning 85 jobs per year. That's $242,000. Okay, 125 extra in terms of the gap just by having one system installed. So this isn't from extra marketing, extra spend, extra leads, extra phone calls, and more quotes. This is the revenue from the quotes you've already sent. Okay, this is why I'm so passionate about this. All right, you've already done the hardest part. You got the lead, they showed up, you assessed the job, you quoted the work. Okay, you just need to follow up, right? Even if you only recover 40% of this gap, that's an extra 50 grand in revenue. That's cash flow. All right. So Section 5, why customers don't respond. All right. Before you beat yourself up, this isn't your fault. Okay. You're a tradie. You're not a salesperson. You got into this business to do great work, not chase quotes or chase leads. Okay. So what's happening from your customer's perspective, right? I'll make this clear. It's day one from the quote request. They request the quotes from 3 to 4 companies. Okay, you're one of them, right? Day 2, they do a bit of a quote comparison. They receive 2 to 3 quotes in their inbox. They're comparing pricing, scope, reviews. They have questions but don't want to seem difficult. They're also busy with work, kids, and life. They think I'll deal with this tonight. Right, day 3, the follow-up call. One company calls them, answers their objections, makes it easy to book. They win the job. Even better, you have AI follow up with text message saying, "Hey, just send you the quote. Let me know what you think." And again, constant reminders after that. That's how you win more jobs. The other companies are silent because they've sent the quote and they expect to just hear back, or they don't. They just don't have the time. 80% of homeowners want to be followed up with. Okay, they're not avoiding you. They're overwhelmed with choices, busy with life, waiting for someone to guide them through the decision, hoping someone will make it easy. Okay, so real customer quote. I actually forgot I'd even requested quotes for the plumbing work. When the plumber called me 3 days later to check in, I was like, oh yeah, shit, I need to sort that out. I booked with him on the spot because he made it easy. That's just from doing one follow-up call 3 days later. Okay, so but imagine you had instant follow-up from day 1. Okay, this isn't being pushy. All right, they're being helpful and they're banking an extra 47 to 85K per year just because of that one thing. So the solution, right? So let me give you the 48-hour follow-up framework. Okay, so here's the exact sequence that converts at 47%. And let me just be clear. This is a very small, very non-pushy system that you can just start doing now manually if you like. Okay. So hour 1, the quote gets sent. Hi Jane, just sent through your quote for this job. Check in your email. Check email now. Let me know if you received it and if you got any questions. Okay. Day 1, personal check-in. Right. Hey Jane, just checking if you received the quote. Did you have any questions about that scope or pricing? Give them a call. Okay, day 2, value reinforcement, email and SMS. So send a case study or testimony from a similar job. This is going to build confidence in your quality. Day 3, a quick touch SMS. So, hey Jane, wanted to make sure you have everything you need to make a decision. Happy to adjust if needed, right? Because sometimes they go with another person. You've probably experienced this. They go with somebody else because they're $100 cheaper. And I'm sure if you had the conversation with them, you would do that. Okay, you're not losing too much money on it. You want to close the business. Okay, alternative options, day 7. Hey, if the system is out of the budget right now, if the full system's out of the budget right now, we could just do a small scope to get you started and upgrade later, right? Urgency. Hi Jane, just a heads up. We're booking out 3 weeks in advance now. If you want to secure a spot, let me know by Friday. And then day 21, you send a ghost revival. And again, this picks them both back up so many times, okay? Haven't heard back, so assuming you sorted it another way. If anything changes, we're here to help. Thanks. Okay, that's it. 7 touches over 21 days. If you just did this manually, you'd see your quote conversion jump from 23 to above 35%. Okay, the problem is you won't do it manually. I know you won't because I've consulted with 50, actually more, trade businesses that none of them want to consistently do manual follow-up. Who does? You're too busy, you forget, life happens. All right, so you can either get someone else to do it manually in your team and pay them, $60,000 to $100,000 a year, or you set up automation. Okay, this is in our premium system, so our premium tier of the community. We set this up so it runs without you thinking about it. Okay, just letting you know. But if you do this right now, I need you to do this right now before going into the next lesson. If you're in our community, okay, if you're on YouTube, you can click the community below. It's free. You can get all the access to all of this. Okay. Action 1: audit your quote leakage. Okay. Open your CRM. Last 90 days of quotes not accepted. Count your quotes in there. Calculate it. Okay. Times the number of quotes by your average quote value. Action 2: call 3 old quotes today. Okay. If you pick 3 quotes that are 7 to 30 days old, call or text them using this script, and I'll put this in there. Hey, John, it's Joel from company. I sent through a quote for this job a couple of days back. Okay, I wanted to check in if you had any questions or if there's anything I can adjust to make it work for you. Again, it's perfect timing. It's 2026. Everyone's coming back, from holidays. Okay, track your results. Quote 1, result. Quote 2, result. So on and so forth. Okay, action 3, set up manual reminders. Do this for your next 5 quotes and set calendar reminders. Day 1, call to check receipt. Day 3, SMS check-in. Alternative options call for day 7. Urgency SMS day 14. Final email and text message day 21. Okay, action 4, post the results. So if you're in our community, please share this in the community. I found this much money in quote leakage and call 3 old quotes, and the results were this. Okay, if you're not in the community, join if you'd like. Again, it's free. You get so much value in here. Otherwise, I've got, if you want a system that automates this for you, I'll have a link for that as well. Okay. 30 minutes to make this happen. You'll book at least one job from those 3 calls. That's 2 to 5 grand in found revenue from 15 minutes of work. Okay. Instead of spending money on new inquiries or waiting for the phone to ring. All right. So if you're in the community right now and you want this absolutely automated, all right, if you're sitting there thinking this makes sense, but I do not have time to do this manually for every single quote, you're right. Okay, that's exactly why we built this automation system in the premium section. Okay, what you get is that entire sequence automated for you in your system, all handled, SMS, email, voice, web form, all handled. Okay, CRM integration, everything in your current CRM, it'll trigger it in the AI in the system, okay, automatically. We set up the urgency detection, so this means high value jobs get prioritized. Set and forget, this runs 24/7. We have a 2 client guarantee. Okay, if you don't get 2 clients per month at least with this, you don't pay. All right, done with you setup. So we build it in 3 to 5 hours. If we get everything back, it's $150 a week for our community members. All right, that's less than 1 recovered quote. If you get 1 job, you've paid for the system for like 6 months, right? If the system recovers just 2 quotes per year, you've 10x your investment. Upgrade to premium, guys. I'll link it here. But yeah, up next we've got the 3 hidden leakage points. Okay, quote 5 is only 1 of 3 major revenue leaks in the business. The other 2, they're costing you even more. Okay, so lesson 2, discover the instant response leak, the job cost completion leak. Okay, and how to plug all 3 simultaneously. See you in the next lesson.